And welcome back, guys, to the second playthrough of the Resident Evil Let's Play. This time as Chris and BSAA Chris from Resident Evil 5.
Action Chris.
Action Chris. Boulder Punching Chris. Whatever you would like to call him. So, pretty much, this is going to be what I would like to call a speedrun of this. We're not going to burn any Crimson Heads. We're only going to use the infinite ammo pistol and no other weapons. So, it's going to make it, on hard difficulty, it's going to make it still hard, but still easy at the same time.
You got my hopes up, man.
You
promised me a lot of things the previous time we did this.
I did, and this time, I will be cutting the cutscenes, so there'll be no cutscenes this time. You guys should have seen.
Doodles.
Yep, we're skipping a lot of stuff, like this. We're not going to see the opening entrance. There's no difference. Mm-hmm. But there is a difference once they get into the engine. We'll see that.
Sure. Chris just gets bigger.
Indeed.
He gets adrenalized and swole as fuck.
And there's no Barry.
Jill.
Captain Wesker, Jill, and myself. So, with that being said, let's get this started and let's have some fun.
Is everyone all right?
You sure you want his knife? I mean, those hands got huge. I'm sure he could knife things in one hit.
I wonder if he just injected steroids straight into his fingertips. Just like I'm going to get these swole. So,
I think so.
As I said, we're not going to burn anything, but we got to keep the
Can you examine that pistol for me?
Yes, I can. So, let's zoom in. It is a STARS issued. Mm-hmm. I cannot read that. I don't have my glasses on, unfortunately.
Excalibur! I mean, it almost looks like a Ruger emblem.
Yep. And it's a kendo.
Custom kendo shop. I'll get these swords, this pistol, and swords.
So, Kendo Shop is in the second one, and it's the guy, if you play it, you get Jill's crossbow from, or Leon's shotgun.
Jill's crossbow.
Yep, excuse me, Claire's crossbow. Terribly sorry.
Claire's crossbow.
Crossbow,
though.
Crossbow.
I mean, Resident Evil just got cooler.
She does. She gets a crossbow. They actually, I think they have a crossbow in 2 and 3, but they take it out of 4, 5, and 6, unfortunately. You do get a bow and arrow, with Shiva, or Sheva, whatever you want to call her. Useless
Minority!
Useless character who runs into walls.
Okay, again, we've talked about this.
Yes, we've mentioned this. But, hey, benefit to this gun. It shoots 3 off in a row, and you can kill this zombie without having to worry about him.
Does it have to reload?
Nope. Never have to reload. So
hence the extended clip. Okay. Go for it, man. Go, Speedman, go.
We're going to check him. Come on, Kenneth. There he goes. We've seen the video. We know what it is. We still got to go out here, though, unfortunately. So we have that little cutscene like, oh, no, there's no one in the hallway. But we'll skip it.
Where are my friends? It's okay. Well, actually, I guess... Okay, as Action Chris, BSA Chris, with that pistol, you were Barry.
Yes.
You're Barry Jr.
So you're
developing a fondness for your weapon.
This is technically considered Barry's Samurai Edge. So this is his standard issue Samurai Edge.
Okay.
It's an infinite pistol. You get to use the Samurai Edge in Revelations 2, which is kind of a little bit lackluster compared to this.
Yeah, I remember it was unlockable in one of the games. I'm going to guess 5, because for whatever reason, 4 was amazing, but 5 is the one I remember more vividly.
Handgun.
Can you akimbo?
I wish.
Can you John Woo this shit? I mean, there's a staircase, there are some doves in the rafters, and a dolly at the base.
They're white crows. They never had doves in here.
White crows. Sure.
It wouldn't be as exciting. They wouldn't pick your eyes out. Just feel like a David Blaine magic trick. Yep. So, with that, yeah, you get this in 5, I believe. You do after you unlock it. They started making it one of the special guns you could get in the game because of everybody asking for it because they were kind of curious on why Barry carried that giant revolver.
Right.
So they were like,
yeah, they called it the, not the professional, but something. Sorry, I don't remember the name exactly, but it was beefy.
It was.
It killed things in 1 or 2 shots.
So, same benefit. Same thing you want to do in the last run that we did through. Excuse me, same benefit. You want to get all the medical supplies that you can in this. Mm-hmm. So you don't skip out on anything just because we're running it on hard or you're running it on hard. Medical supplies are very important, especially if you play like I do and live very dangerously.
Well, we mentioned the need for certain items and managing that space versus... Oh, the mirror. Okay, cool trick. I like it. So, I mean, you got healing items and you got key items. Is it going to be a bigger hassle now? Well, no, because we don't have to carry grenades and shotguns.
So, here's another thing I forgot to mention to you. If you remember, I told you, he has 6. So you asked in the first couple videos, just to show, yes, normally that item list on the bottom right is a lot smaller, and Jill has 2 more spaces. Chris, unfortunately, only has 6.
Are you going to ditch the second gun?
I am indeed. I don't, like I said, I picked it up for shits and giggles, but we're not going to get...
This is going to cause us to die, isn't it?
No. Actually, I
Just
never...
for shits and giggles.
Nope, he's dead. Was not expecting
job.
that. So...
High crit rate.
Yep. So in this one, when I played it originally, like I said, I did it twice. I've already done this once. I never died once. I barely got hit. And it was pretty much like playing on very easy.
You braggart.
Yeah.
On normal or hard?
I played on hard.
Well, the tone of the game does change substantially when you realize, oh, I can just keep away from people. I don't
Pretty
have to
much.
agonize about every shot fired.
And you can collect all... Oh, hey, buddy.
Welcome to die.
Oh, shit.
See, again, you talked up a real good game. But you stayed close. Could have backed up, but no.
So another benefit... If you play realism mode, you don't get auto-aim, so that's the downfall that a lot of people hate about it.
Mm-hmm.
So in this, you still get auto-aim on hard.
The bullets go where they're supposed to.
Yeah, you can turn around.
3 at a time.
Quick turn and everything is in this. When you get to realism mode, it cuts it out. It says, sorry guys, unfortunately you don't get to use that.
You know this game that's difficult to control and has certain compensating mechanisms? We're going to take those away. Good luck.
Yeah.
Fuck yourselves, and I hope you have fun.
Pretty much. So everything that we did in that first video for Jill that took us about an hour and a half to do,
Just about. The whole first episode.
pretty much, will take me probably about 30 minutes.
Only 30?
Only 30.
Okay, because I thought like 15 would be pretty good.
Yeah,
Could you go ahead and make that happen, please?
I'm trying. I'm going pretty quick here. That's the one cool...
Hey, buddy, could you like do me a favor? Like a solid, like a favoroo? Yeah, could you just go ahead and like win this shit? Thanks.
Kill him.
I just want to motivate you with manager speak.
If you were actual manager speak, excuse me, home improvement or any retail manager speak, it would be, you're not doing it good enough. God damn it. Like, why aren't you doing that better? You're never good enough. Improve.
Is there like a positive way you could express this? Could you like find a way to maybe like just give me a little more? How can we make this better? How can we do this better?
Yeah.
Because it's all about improvement. How can we make this a team effort? By team, I mean you.
And by you, I mean if you don't do this in 2 days, something you're going to be written up.
Yes.
Oh, crap.
And the appropriate human response is, I know you're under a lot of pressure. I understand that. I respect that. I feel sorry for you. Can we work together on this? But the response you do is, okay.
Yeah, I can try.
I'll get on that, boss. Yeah. Why? So meek. So weak, even. How do you pry that open? With your teeth? No, my gun.
Just takes his gun and just, scoops it out.
In profile, it really does remind me of RoboCop's pistol. It's not.
It kind of does. So, have you ever heard of the little thing about the guy who I think he wrote and produced RoboCop? That it's just a metaphorical movie for Jesus?
I think I've heard something like this, but I just kind of stick on the side of Verhoeven saying it's a dark satire. It's over the top intentionally. He just wants to show you, hey guys, ultra violence. Aren't we silly? Like as people, as human beings?
Yes.
Clarence Boddicker. Best line in the movie?
God, it's been so long.
Bitches leave.
The last time I saw the original RoboCop was 5 years ago, I would say.
And you were what, 12 then?
Pretty much. Same mentality I have now.
I recommend a rewatch.
Oh, I love the guy who plays it, and I had his head in my mind earlier because he did Dark Knight Returns. He also does one of my favorite history shows called Engineering, and Peter
Weller.
Thank you. He's got a degree in Renaissance studies.
That's a degree? You can get one of those?
Yeah, he went to Italy. He literally went to Italy and spent 4 years studying in Italy about the Renaissance.
Is he also a Mason and maybe a member of the papacy?
That'd be awesome.
I kind of suspect so.
But yeah, he did a show on History Channel called...
Once you start getting deep with Brunelleschi and Machiavelli...
Machiavelli is really great. I enjoyed The Prince. That was one of the weird books I read in high school my teacher never understood. Damn it, where's the key at? Because that's where you have to... That's where your outfits are, ladies and gentlemen.
Eerie picture, eerie picture, eerie picture. Your outfits? They're on the paintings. We'll cut them open. It's behind it. And plates.
Oh no, zombie.
No, I'm so terrified because I have the infinite bullets. And once again, I'm speaking French. Gradually, we've tapered off the groundskeeping staff sympathy. We just started
We're just mowing
dispatching
them down
them.
now. Yeah, there's no sympathy anymore.
I would have expected perhaps that Chris would be less reactionary, less startleable.
Yeah, that size, you think he would just be like, punch their head off?
Oh, buddy, are you okay? Oh, you want a piece of me? Well,
Oh, you're trying to bite me. Well,
just
here's
kind of reaches towards his head, puts his pinky and thumb over both sides of his temples, and just kind of squeezes, and the whole head just kind of jellies down. Just, oh,
There
look
you
what
go.
you did.
Like, that sucks to be you. That's right, this one doesn't have anything in this one. So yeah, even if you lose some items throughout this whole...
No, I've
Unreal
noticed
part.
that. I'm curious as to if you're so in tune with this. Where
Yeah.
it's like, oh, BT Dub's not there anymore. I'm giving you crap to make you
Yes.
perform better. Once again,
I
this is what you're
understand.
used to. All you know is the boot and the lash, and that's what I'm
Exactly.
offering you.
Yes, indeed. So in this, yes, I do say, oh, by the way, like, it surprises me, like, I remember.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, in this version, you lose a lot of health items and you lose a lot of ammo. But since we don't need the ammo...
Right. We just need the
no.
health.
Yeah.
Can we convert them? Can we like mush bullets into a gray powder? And add it to the green powder, make more brown?
Wow, look at that.
Yeah.
Split right in half.
Yes. More of that, please.
I'm going to try.
If you could
Look
go
at the brain
ahead and
matter.
just... Yeah, it's pretty juicy brain matter.
Oh, it's just evaporating away.
It's
Like,
absorbing into the floor.
oh,
They didn't seal their tile.
that's what happened. Should have used that aqua defense. So let's go out here where the doggies are.
I mean, the Spencer Manor contractor had to go corner somewhere, and usually, hard surface is a good place to do that.
Very true.
Why is it so squeaky?
Just let it happen. Like, are you talking about the floors or something else?
Oh, yeah. I remember this trouble we had with the dogs. Can you shoot the dog through the railing?
I tried on the last playthrough. You cannot.
Ah.
I'm going to do this.
You think I would have remembered?
Not on the playthrough we did. Excuse me. I should have clarified here. The last time I was Chris and I had the infinite ammo, I
Hey, you shot everything.
did. I was like, hey, maybe
Like
I can
a
kill
teenage
him.
boy, as you're wont to do, you just try out your new gun and everything.
Pretty much. And I could not kill him. So let's see here. I gotta use that because I ran my mouth off. Let's grab this because I don't want to lose it.
Fertilizer. Would you say that you are Captain Herbalife?
Sure, we'll go with that. Yeah.
I mean, how else do you manage your astonishing figure? Keeping those pounds down can be easy. You need some help.
Steroids and 100% pure creatine
Wow.
in babies.
What are the shits like?
Horrible.
Babies.
Babies. Small babies.
Two things you don't want to hear is a plunk and a cry in succession when you're in the bathroom.
What? Miss me, bitch.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for actually using evasive tactic. No, fucked up.
And
You
to
see?
the dome.
No more praise for you. Zero praise.
I didn't back up far enough. I dropped the ball, guys. I dropped the ball. I'm sorry. Again, for like the 8th time.
Who said that was ball ammo? Those are hollow points, right?
Yeah, I wish. I never thought about that. With them having squishy bodies, if they didn't use hollow points and Jill or somebody was standing behind them, like, oh shit, my eye!
Whoops.
Like, my bad, Jill.
Stand back, Jill. I'm just gonna shoot through all of them.
Get them lined up for me, and they're good.
I gotta wonder about the zombies themselves. How juicy can they be? I mean, they're not mummies, but as far as the spray, was there just like this awkward, pasty, doughy spatter? Like if you open a paint can lid too quickly, just get that gummy strand. I don't know if we're really overthinking this, but
Who doesn't? Well, you know, it's the benefit.
who don't?
When you play games like these, you're just like, you know what I think about?
Folks, Browbeat here is famous for overthinking things that should just be left well enough alone.
Yeah,
But it comes to interesting conclusions.
he does. I quite enjoy his occasional craziness that he thinks of.
Occasional. I think it's endemic, really. It's still it don't quit. I don't have normal days.
So, the guy that we saw in normal mode that's in the middle right here is all the way at the end of the hallway.
Okay. How
So-
do we fish him out?
We will. But we gotta take care of this guy first. Run!
Riveting wallpaper once again. I mean, that's nice. It almost looks textured.
Dome.
Yeah, many more dome shots. I'm pretty sure Samurai Edge just has a higher crit rate.
Come on. Where you at, bud? There you are.
Run, 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 run.
The one button I never used the whole last time I played this.
You know, for me, once he's done and dead, show me what it looks like without the quick turn, because the quick turn looks fairly sloppy. And Do a 180 turn and aim normally. Okay? Now do it like quick turn. Same speed.
Yeah.
Your draw animation, like the cooldown from the quick turn, is longer than just aiming normally.
Yeah, I
So
kind of
it's
noticed
almost
that.
the same speed. I mean, okay, if we're talking fighting game talk, which we're not, but if we are, the frame count maybe is like 5 or 6 less on the quick turn, which could be significant. But with our general reaction speed, and the fact that we rarely do this completely crisp, I would say it's an immaterial difference.
You shouldn't have...
Oh god, okay, gambled in one.
Barely.
If you call just necrotic blood stump blood just pumping out in your face.
Wouldn't you get infected, though? You're just... If you did that and it fell, like, I got my mouth, that's in my mouth.
At the moment, we're counting on Chris's sheer testosterone to overpower everything. Not even antibodies, he just throws man's punk at things.
So I was thinking about this, and we mentioned it in the last video, like how in the movies, if you get bit, you get turned into zombies, and some of these, they say the same thing. Once you get bit and you die and you bleed out.
You think it's ingestion?
I think in the fact of that what I'm trying to get at here is, wouldn't they use their bodies as like ways to make an antivirus to it, or?
Yes, but these are special agents, not scientists.
Yeah, but then you have the companies they work for be like, hey, we just need to use your blood and we're going to pass this out to everybody.
Well, on the one hand, you're right. That's a very clever way of saying, oh, we're a philanthropic group who's all about stopping this. But you're also treading the border of Weyland-Yutani shit over here, saying, oh no, totally bring the zombie to us. We promise we'll use it for good. Promise.
Yeah.
Super promise.
That was the only downfall in that whole
We're
thing.
just going to lock a couple interns along with this body in this room and see what happens.
And I'm going to bring up another dumb zombie problem.
A zombie.
No. Have you ever seen World War Z?
I have.
The part where he finds out, like, wait, if I get myself infected with, like, cholera, I won't be eaten. Like, oh my god. Like, I read the book, and I was sadly disappointed when I saw that part. Like, come on.
I have not read the book. I hear very good things about the text. The movie itself, I was surprisingly warm to as opposed to lukewarm. I thought, oh, this is pretty nice. But
It is a very good book. I enjoy Max Brooks, by the way, who is Mel Brooks' son.
I was going to ask. Thank you for confirming that.
His best book, though, is not World War Z. The Zombie Survival Guide, which I have.
Also heard good things.
Very, very good. Like, I read that at work one day. Not up here, back home.
Is he more a satirical comedy writer, or is he more of a dark, broody son of a comedian father who never lived his father's expectations? You're just not Joey enough, Junior.
He is satirical in some aspects, but the whole thing with him is, like, he gives pretty good things. Like, okay, let's give this disease a name. Let's say the zombies can... Okay, so he gives up a good...
I dubbed this virus Count Badula.
Almost. I think Vasolera or something like that is what he calls it. But what he says is, like, okay, well, these zombies, you gotta think, since they're dead and they don't need to use their lungs anymore, they now can just walk through water. Like, they can get to water and they won't drown. So when you go fishing, you got to be careful. And the ones you got to be more worried about are the ones that survive in the Arctic and the ones that survive in the desert. Because pretty much they'll just become glorified zombies. And then you will never have to worry about them again. Well, you will, because they'll just be dried up and then they'll walk the earth forever and never explode. Or it gets pretty in-depth.
Are we talking about still zombie genre?
Yes.
Okay. No zombie will survive the Arctic.
I agree.
Because it's still have fluids. Those fluids will freeze.
Good point.
With consistent exposure.
Oh! What?
And I'm going to mention somewhat topical movie, 30 Days of Night. Do you remember this one?
Yes.
Because
vampires.
Whenever I press somebody for the biology or the mechanics of vampires, it's always very flimsy reasoning. Chris can't shoot across railings. It's not part of his training. Come back. 30 Days of Night being, oh, well, it's dark, like a lot. And vampire metabolism, if you want to call it that, allows you to function at lower... Let's pretend they convert blood into antifreeze.
Yeah.
I'm willing to do that. That's actually a clever premise. The movie itself, take it or leave it, but the notion of, oh, there would be bloodsuckers in the Arctic, watch your ass. If they live quietly and sustainably, that's an interesting premise for a horror element. But we're talking zombies. We don't really establish zombies, let's say their durability. How long do they last in the wild? Because like most epidemics, I would mention that a zombie-full world, I'm not sure what the full canon explanation of Walking Dead is, but they would die for about a month and a half, I think.
Yeah, about that. Because
they're just going to fall apart and die.
Well, that's what he says. Like, after about a little bit, the tissue just tears.
Well,
Shit.
if we can blend a little bit of Dead Space in here, if you have an organism that hijacks a body and changes its rhythm, are you lost?
No.
Are you lost?
Slightly.
Okay. Just hold down your rig indicator. And, oh, wait, you can't do that.
I can't do that here. Chris should just call in the BSA agents. I don't know where I'm at.
Get on a codec. So much for speedrun. But if you have a host organism or a controlling organism that overrides your body, I could see it because as humans are concerned, the body is dead. But it is converted for a different purpose. And its whole nature, like it just overrides cell codes and say, no, now you eat cadmium. Cadmium and let's just say iron. For whatever reason. Like this is what you extract now. The body is not perfect at this, and it's going to take some damage. But if enough core organs are converted into whatever the thing takes nourishment from, like what if you take zombies, add trees. So you have an organism that overrides your bodies is now sunlight, water, and chlorophyll are what drives you. And you're going to experience some changes to your skin, to your internal organs, of course, your perceptor organs. Maybe your eyes will completely burst out and like roots take place there. But it has a different sensory perception. But it somehow hybridizes your more mobile frame to basically get more seeds out there. That would be terrifying because that is a host body that we'll dub a zombie. But it's not about dead human. It's about very live other thing piloting a human frame.
Makes sense.
So when it comes to zombies, like, yeah, they can survive in the water. What's going to eat them in the water? Is it salt water? Is it toxified water? They're going to come apart. They're going to become bloated and just float to the surface.
That's what he said. He does explain all that. Like, he's like, hey, look, he gets very in-depth on it. Like, hey, look, there's what happens. Here's what will happen if they stay there.
Mm-hmm. But what is the mechanical precept of zombiehood in his mind? Mr. Max Brooks.
Zombiehood would just be it. So the way the virus works, it just takes over your brain. And all it has to do is it wants to reproduce. So it doesn't care how it reproduces. So after a while, he says that, and after 30 days of, when your muscles stiffen.
Mm-hmm. Rigor mortis.
Yes. What is it when you bed too long, though, but you're still alive?
Oh, atrophy.
Atrophy. I kept wanting to say dystrophy. I'm like, that's not a fucking word.
Well, if the muscles are in use, let's pretend there's no nutrients available to them, so they're just going to burn themselves out and tear.
Pretty much, that's what he says. Like, these zombies aren't getting nutrients. They're just their brain's alive. It keeps their brain alive long enough, so it takes all the nutrients that your body has and just feeds it to your brain.
They flop down. They kind of drag themselves by their jaw a little bit.
So
should I stop distracting you?
No. You know what? Let's see here. I need that, but I need to find an old key. But I keep.
There was a puzzle with some dogs.
There was, but I need to find
and a book.
I keep seeing it shiny, and I think it's the ink ribbon, and that's what's throwing me off. Like, where the hell's this old key at?
I've done it, folks. I broke them again.
You did. Oops.
Oh, let's talk about zombies.
Damn it! There it is.
Our conversation is what's happening in Chris's head.
It is like, but back to Max Brooks. What he says is like in the wild, if they start becoming zombies, yes, they have no muscles to move, so their bones and stuff will stick out, and they'll start they'll do whatever it takes to move around.
Is this a human-specific virus?
Mm-hmm. Humans only.
So animals will eat the zombies?
Potentially.
No, they just will. Everything that rots. The plants will eat them. The worms will eat them. The bugs will eat them. A big enough predator who is hungry and curious, a bear, will be like, oh, what's going on with this?
Vultures.
If they happen to be in the desert, sure. Mosquitoes, I doubt.
Not in the desert.
They don't,
but in like the south. He mentions that.
No, because the zombie body host will not be sweating the same sort of material. It may repel them. Because we think, oh, they're all about us. Nah, kids, nature doesn't really give a shit about us.
No.
It'll work around us and with us if it wants to. So if things say, well, this is what I do, and you smell or look a little bit like this, absolutely, I'll bat you around. And I'll try and eat your body and see what it will do.
So flies, maggots would eat?
Yeah, sure. Well, no, they wouldn't even eat. They would just kind of live inside the bodies. Our biggest concern is what if an insect that's been dormant so far will use the zombies as a new hosting platform. So your problem isn't the zombie. It's the hive of new mutant bugs living inside of its body. So you shoot that thing and it releases a whole new problem. We did it! We're back to the doggy dogs.
Maybe this time they won't fly through the dam.
I cannot wait to see this. Nope. Still a problem. Oh, okay, stopping car. Good. That dog took all the shots in the head. Excellent. So, only took one bite. Fantastic.
Indeed, and I'm not hurt.
It did, well, not even at all? Because one of them tapped you.
Yep, nope, see, not hurt.
Fantastic. It didn't ask you to give it back your gun.
No, it did not. I don't know. It's an interesting read. So if you want to check it out, and
I do. I now do. I really do.
I have it over there. I'll let you check it out after we're done.
Mm.
So let's see.
Max Borks.
Yeah, first time I read about it, it's like, a lot of people thought about my, being son of a famous father. I'm like, no, it can't be Mel Brooks' kid. Like,
Yes,
no.
I can. Well, so listen. Colin Hanks can't act, and Max Brooks can't funny. Simple, right?
Yeah, and well, Tom Hanks, had pretty good odds. He had like what, 1 out of 5 kids or something like that, and they're all boys. So he had a chance of a son that could act. Just never panned out that way. The only good thing Colin Hanks that I can think of he's ever done is Orange County.
I can see that.
It's decent.
I was thinking of something else recently. The House Bunny, I think, was, and no, I'll get up to the Greek Jonah Hill. Yeah, Colin Hanks hasn't done a whole lot.
He does a lot of independent films.
Yeah, that's another way of saying can't really act.
Yeah. Or like, I just like the script.
Christian Slater does a lot of independent films.
He is, unfortunately.
But this is coming from people who pretty confidently think, I don't think that we can act either.
Oh no.
We're ourselves. We're goofball. Acting is, in fact, difficult. Just because you're personable or you feel distinct doesn't mean you can actually act. You should run, maybe? Or can you? Is it possible to get away? Nice try, Crimson Head. But when it comes to CQC, I have the upper hand.
Now you're dead.
Chris. Hello? Are you a bunch of neurosurgeons outside there asking for brains and the one thing that you can work on, or a bunch of hungry zombies trying to ask for what you crave? Zombies. Oh, okay, thanks. Didn't feel right lying to you. Appreciate that.
Robot Chicken?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I remember. That's,
praising the one thing kept you alive. I'm sorry, I messed that up. Go ahead.
have you ever heard about, what is it? There's like a story about the guy who's stuck in his bathroom during a zombie apocalypse.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody outside's like, hey, you should become a zombie, we'll just eat you and then you'll turn into a zombie, you'll be one of us again. And he's like, well, I don't want to be one of you. I just, I want to be me, but I don't want to be dead either. Well, you're going to die anyways because you're just going to sit in there and then you won't be a zombie and you won't have anybody around. It's supposed to be a lot sadder than the way I'm saying it, but it's supposed to be...
This is the Cliff's Notes.
Well, it's kind of like I Am Legend. Who is the freak? Is Will Smith's character, or in the book, I can't remember the guy's name, the freak now because he's the last known human survivor, or is it the vampire / whatever the fuck they are because of...
So we're discussing normalcy.
Oh, yeah.
Perceived commonality. What's the most common thing that people can understand?
Well, it's a little bit deeper than that. Like, it's not really... He's the abnormal now because he's no longer the vampire.
Sure,
the vampires are that.
Yes.
So it's just, it was kind of piqued my interest when I was reading that, reading the story. Like I said, Cliff Notes, by the way.
All we want to do is eat your brains. We're not unreasonable. I mean, no one's going to eat your eyes.
Well, depending. Someone gets really hungry. Let's see if I have enough space. So I gotta use
Do you remember Waterworld?
I find that one of his best movies, by the way.
It is.
Everybody else hates
Pretty
it.
solid.
It's a pretty good movie, but it went way over budget.
You also like The Postman a lot.
Yes.
And I like The Postman's story. I don't like Postman the movie.
I did not know it was a book, by the way.
Well,
Never knew
does that surprise you at all?
It does not.
Okay.
But I heard the book's 1,000 times better than the movie. I'm like, if that's the case, hey, okay.
Who are
Chris
you?
Redfield, Alpha Team. We're here to rescue
Why are you in Native American outfit there, sweetheart? Oh, it's not really Native American outfit. She had like short shorts and a...
Yeah, I think army shorts and just like a sporty top.
Yeah, it was, just being...
Sheva, on the other hand, has a native outfit.
Oh yeah, that's it's pretty skimpy there when you get her alternative outfit.
It's culturally appropriate.
It is.
To whatever the fuck culture it is.
So speaking of culturally appropriate, watching history buffs, and they were talking about, or he was talking about, Apocalypto and how Mel Gibson butchers it, and he's like, why are none of the Mayan people wearing culturally appropriate outfits?
Well, because these are the Mayan rednecks.
Pretty much, and that's what he's like, they should be wearing dresses and all these other things, but instead they're scantily clad.
The ones in the cities are, yeah, this is a village in the middle of nowhere, so this is our traditional uniform. This is our reservation. Yeah, you got your cities, your calendars, or whatever. We're pretty cool here, hunting tapir and making fun of our lessers. And the Aztecs come in saying, we need some people for this huge gala we're having. There'll be no survivors. but you gotta come. It'll be awesome. Where do you want to die? In the ditch somewhere or at the top of a fucking pyramid? What's a pyramid? Come on, you'll see. I'll show you. It'll be great. Come on.
Well, because he's supposed to be Mayan, if I'm not mistaken.
If I understand correctly, this is a cultural clash. Not even Mayan. Let's say, okay, an Inca tribe?
Incas in Peru, man. You're hundreds of miles off. Incas
Miles
in...
off? Okay.
Yeah, so you'd
My
have Mayan,
mistake.
Aztec.
Mayan
give
and
me a
Aztec.
head. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
It'd
thank
be
you.
classical Mayan, so it'd be around... Cause
Once upon a time, I studied these, and it's been a long time ago.
I do not study anything like this. I just happen to... I'd say I'm happen to nerd out on stuff. Oh, shit. Hey! Never mind. Nerd out on stuff like this occasionally. So I know a little bit, not a whole lot.
But, like, we're supposed to see, blue and red, culture clash of one and the other. See, now got me thinking, like, I gotta go back and brush up on my Mesoamerican histories, man.
I thought the movie was good, but then he started pointing out a lot of flaws in the movie, and I'm like, oh, he's got a
Flaws
point.
in a movie? You don't say.
Mel Gibson movie. Historically inaccurate Mel Gibson movies. He's like, this is why I hate Mel Gibson historically.
Give me a for
historical
instance.
movies. The whole Patriot, he does Patriot, he does it
Oh,
really
we're jumping movies? Stay with Apocalypto.
Okay, so Apocalypto, so that's what he's saying. The movie that Mel Gibson wrote was supposed to be, not classical Mayan, but not pre-civilization. I can't remember what it's called. It's early Mayan, so it's about the year 900. Then he bumps into Mayans that are supposed to be later on, wouldn't say more civilized, which wasn't the case, because even around 900,
This is what you want.
they are
Thank you.
pretty advanced. They had pyramids. They were up to date on everything that they had that they would have been in classical Mayans. And then he goes to them finding the conquistadors. So it puts it about the year 1500. We'll say 16th century.
Sure. So you're saying
So-
that there's a huge gap between
There's huge gaps
their
in it.
internal conflict and then the outside influence.
And then that they're killing a lot of these people because of the famine, and that smallpox is already there. There's a huge thing with the little girl when they come into the city has smallpox. Conquistadors brought smallpox. So how does that little girl have smallpox? So there's small things, but you get it when you don't really pay attention to that, and you're not like, oh, I like history. Like, I'll go with it. It floats my boat.
So you're saying that the cultures they portrayed in the movie could not have lasted that long?
Well,
It would
no,
have been
they
different.
could have, but there were two different cultures. You had like there's a culture of Mayans that lasts from like 300 to 900, and then 900 to 1500, and that's the culture that they're clashing in between. Then they bring in the Aztecs also with similar shapes and pyramids and things that they do, and it's like you can't cross culture these things when they're not there, because by the time the Aztecs were there, the Mayans were already starting to fade off. And then you brought in the conquistadors, which were, like I said, 15th, 16th century. It's like, you're all over the place. Hey, boo-boo.
Well, maybe they weren't conquistadors. Maybe they were just Vikings.
That'd have
With
been
the big tall
Newfoundland.
ships.
Actually, they do have axes and stuff from a Viking raid on Newfoundland where a couple Vikings died. They were met by native tribesmen and were graciously killed.
Graciously.
Graciously. Very kind.
Thanks for coming!
Yeah.
Thunk.
Pretty much. Like handshake, arrow to the face. Like, that's my eye! Ah!
Solid policy.
It's like, hey, you came on my land, and policy that they probably should have kept with about a couple hundred years later. No,
Ooh, we've never
stop,
seen this
though.
before.
yeah, bit my ankle. Head stop though. No crimson head, and I'm hurt. Wow,
Badly.
badly. Yeah.
Welcome to hard mode. Had a bunch of herbs back there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab them. I'll grab them after I do this real quick. And then once we go to the room that I'm gonna get this for, we will.
Oh, look, ammo! You should get that ammo!
Yeah, I'm gonna need that for my gun.
Yes. It's important.
I'm going to. We'll call it a first episode for this.
Understood. Toolbox. Guarding toolbox.
Bam, son.
Man, I swear somebody put Vaseline in this trigger.
They did. Actually, it's a double tap, so he's really not hitting it 3 times. He's like, and just does it really quickly.
Oh, so like Lad Arcade, where he holds the handle with one hand, it puts his index finger through the trigger guard, and just kind of judges it back and forth.
Pretty much.
Rabba-dabba-dabba-dabba.
Takes care of the issue.
No aim, but a lot of bullets get sprayed.
That's right. Shield key. So, let's go here. No, we'll call it an episode here, I'll say.
Do you want to stop here at the moment?
Yep. When I
Alright.
get to a save room, and we'll call it there. Let me grab these herbs, and that way you guys know what's going on here. Take me about 20 seconds. We're right around the corner.
Around the corner?
Yep.
Peeling wallpaper. What could have scuffed it up there, I wonder? Moisture? Or clawing hands?
Or a giant trouser snake.
If you can reach that high up, man, you belong in the Guinness list.
As a trouser snake?
Yes.
That's a pretty big snake. Remember, yawn's not small, my friend.
So you're saying Yawn is a trouser snake?
Yes, he's a deadly venomous
Who
trouser
did he
snake.
call from Paul Bunyan's trousers?
Yes.
Come on.
He did indeed. But it's actually the blue ox's trouser snake. No, just no one ever told you that story because it's a little bit creepy, so they didn't want
A
to.
little bit. I think it exceeds that.
It does.
By well. You're saying the jaws are the outer protective sheath of said trouser snake.
Yes,
So Yawn has his own Crimson Head story.
indeed.
Crimson Yawn.
All right, guys. This is the episode. We'll see you next time.
Robbie,
I'm Nutchucks.
see you soon.